Hey guys, and good morning. I hope you're doing well and enjoying your life as usual. Today, we are going to talk about our grammar lesson, and that is about the titles. So, without wasting a single moment, guys, let's get down to the task. I'll tell you what are the titles and what titles you're going to use here, and what you're going to do with them, and how to use them. Okay? So, before we start, please have a look. In your writing, underline the titles of books, magazines, and newspapers. Guys, in your writing, what does it mean? It means that when you will write any title, of books, magazines, and newspapers, what you will do? You will underline them. I repeat, you will underline them in your writing. Okay? We have another thing as well, you can see here. When these titles appear in printed material, it means that you are not going to write. It's already written in the book. When you will not write and it's already written in the book, what you will do with that? They are set in italic type. Italic is a kind of style, guys. It's a style of writing. It means that when you will write, you write it a little curved. You'll write it a little curved. So, I will repeat it again for you. In your writing, underline the titles of books, magazines, and newspapers. But when the same titles of books, magazine, and newspapers, they will appear in the printed material, they will already be written in an italic type. I have some examples for you guys. Handwritten, as I have mentioned here. Handwritten, New York Times. It's a name of a newspaper. New York Times. Time magazine. It's a name of magazine. Stuart Little. It's a movie and it's a name of a book as well. So you can see that it's written in the handwriting form. So I underlined each name. I underlined each title. But if it comes in the book, and it's printed already, what will happen? New York Times, Time, and Stuart Little. You can see that the upper words and the lower, they are different from each other in the styles. For example, New York Times in the handwritten form is different from the New York Times written in the printed part. So, italic and handwritten, you understood it, right? So, when you are going to write it, guys, when you are going to write in your writing, you will underline them. And when it is already written, how you will understand that it's a name of a book, it's a name of a magazine, and it's a name of a newspaper with the style, right? Because of the style, you are going to understand it, that it's a name of a book, it's a name of a magazine, it's a name of a newspaper. All right, let's move on. Put quotation marks around the titles of stories, poems, magazine articles, and songs. Guys, some of you are going to be confused here that magazine articles, and before that we have read magazines. Why before we talked about the underlined part, and now we are talking about quotation marks. Let me tell you something. Magazines and magazine articles, two different things, guys. I repeat, they are two different things. Okay, so before that, in the previous slide, we have learned that when it is a name of it's a title of a book, it's a title of a magazine, and it's a title of newspaper. What we will do, we will underline them. Okay, but now we will put quotation marks around the titles of stories, the poems, the magazine articles, and songs. When you will find name of a song, the title of a song, the title of magazine article, the title of poems, the title of stories, what you will do? You will put quotation marks. I have some examples for you guys. We sang America and Miss Collins recited If. Now you can see the word America, right? There are quotation marks there. And if, it has also quotation marks. So it means that we sang America. Definitely it's the name of a song, right? It's the name of a song or a poem, right? And Miss Collins recited If. It has also quotation marks. So remember that. Titles of stories, poems, magazine articles, and songs, there will be quotation marks. Whereas the titles of books, magazines, and newspapers, they will be underlined. Okay, let's move on, guys. Remember, capitalize the first letter, capitalize the first word, the last word, and other important words in titles. What you will do, you will capitalize the first word, you will capitalize the last word, okay, and other important words in the titles, okay, other important words. Now the second part, capitalize all forms of verb be, like is, am, are, was, were, etc. If you find any kind of is, am, are, was, were in any title, you have to capitalize them. You have to capitalize them. Okay? Alright, guys, look here. I have underlined some words and I wrote them in a bold form so that you can get it very easily. Do not capitalize the following short words until they begin or end the title. Guys, we have some words here. The articles, we have a and the. Remember that these three, a and the, if they came in the start of the sentence, you will write them capital. I repeat, a and the. If they came in the start of the sentence or the title, if they came at the start of the title, you will do what? You will write them as a capital letter. But if they came anywhere after the start, it means that it will come in the middle of the title, it will come at the end of the title, right? You are not going to write them in a capital form. Understanding my words? Okay, same like that, the conjunctions and, but, or, you will not write them capital unless they start a title. Okay, and prepositions with fewer than 5 letters, less than 5 letters, such as to, for, in, of, on, at, and with, you will not write them capital. They will also be in a small form, right? If the title is going to be started by these kinds of words, no problem, you're going to write them capital. But if they came anywhere in the title, not in the start, you are going to write them small. Understanding my words? Now, I have some examples here that will tell you the exact meaning of what I said. The old man and the sea. All right, the old man and the sea. Now you can see that it's a title of book, or it's a title of, you can say, a magazine article or anything, right? But we are more focused on what? On the letters which we used up, on the words which we used up. The old man and the sea. Now see, the is in the start of the sentence, so it's capital. Old, O is capital. Man, M is capital. And, see guys, and it's a conjunction. I didn't write it as a capital one. The. There are two. See, in the start there is the, in the middle of the sentence there is also the. The first one we wrote it capital. Why? Because it started the title. The second one we are not writing it capital. Why? Because it is in the middle of a title. Understanding my words? The next one, the horned toad. Okay, the horned toad, it's also a title. So the is capital, horn, H is capital, toad, T is capital. Toronto, globe, and mail. Toronto, T capital, globe, G capital, and see, it's not capital, mail, M capital. Now guys, we have here the page 449, right? You will find out that each sentence, each one has 2 blanks. There are 5 sentences, 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each one has 2 blanks. What you will do, you will put a check mark. You will put a check mark on that one which is correct. All right, I'll just simply write in front of you the first few, and the rest of them you are going to solve them on your own. Let's see. My grandmother used to sing a song called Catch a Falling Star. So there are inverted commas. I mean the quotation marks. The quotation marks. So it's a song, guys. It's a song. So catch a falling star. So I wrote this. This is the correct answer. Okay. Number two, my aunt subscribes to Better Homes and Gardens magazine, right? So this is the correct answer, the second one. Okay. So the rest of them, you're going to do it on your own. And I will get back to you if there is any problem or any further questions regarding this material. All right, guys, I hope always that you are going to get the best. And if there is anything I can be helpful with, please let me know. For now, it's all over, and I'll see you again in the other video. If there is any question or any query you want to ask, you can contact me. Have a good time. See you another time. Bye.